will be another 30-minute Yogatōn video for you. So, as with the other ones, you can use a resistance band and or have some hand weights, nothing heavier than 5. We do a couple things where you use 10, but you can use 2 5s. And today, I don't think I'm going to do any of that anyway. I've just got 2 5-pounds in my resistance band, but you can definitely use lower than 5 pounds. You can use nothing or anything up to 5. I wouldn't use more, but that's up to you. If you're really strong and you want to, that's fine. Okay, so come to the top of your mat. Bring your weights on either side so you can get them easily, because we're going to sort of jump right into using them pretty quickly with a minimal warm-up. So I want you to start in chair posture, hands at heart center. Let's sit down and back in our chair, belly button pulling in, shoulders lifting up and back, chest lifted. Coming up onto your balls of your feet and rock back down. Rock up and down. Stretching out the hamstrings, working on your balance. Good, rising up, lower down, and forward fold. Inhale, flat back lift. Exhale, release, step the right foot back, release the back knee onto the mat. Inhale, rise up, arms at either side. And then as if you're pulling down on something, I want you to pull into sort of goddess arms, cactus arms. And 2, and 3, and 4. Last one, hands to the mat, curl the toes under, left foot steps back. From toes or from knees, lowering all the way, chaturanga. Inhale up to up dog, pressing back to down dog. Taking a couple of breaths here in your down dog, you could jog through, bending one knee, bending the other knee, pressing both heels towards the mat. Come out into plank, belly button in, exhale back to down dog. And 2, exhale. Inhale 3, and 4, and 5. Good, y'all know I love push-ups. We're gonna do push-ups. Hands wide, 5 push-ups. Lower down for 5, 4, exhale on the way up, 3, not going past a 90-degree bend. Last one, good, walk those hands back. Press back up, downward facing dog. Right leg swings up, swings forward, plants down, high lunge. Bringing those arms up, bringing them behind the back, clasping the hands together to open up the chest here. Good, and then stepping all the way forward. Inhale, exhale, coming to chair. We're going to do a little breath of fire with our chair, with or without weights. I'm thinking if I want to use weights. I'm not going to use weights. You can use weights if you want for this. Inhale, exhale. 5 more. Come into your chair. Actually, bend down. Go ahead and grab those weights. Come into your chair. Bring those arms up behind you. Palms facing up, and pulse those arms up. Lift up, up. Sitting back in our chair, belly button lifted, protecting the back. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Palms together and squeeze. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Squeeze. Not swinging, but squeezing. Palms up again for 10. Just a little press up. It's quite challenging with 5-pound weights. You can definitely use 3 pounds or less. And up and press together. I'll just turn, make sure you can see what I'm doing here. And 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good, bend over, bend the knees, place those down, forward fold, let it go. And step the left foot all the way back. Releasing that leg down. Inhale, rising up. And 5, 4, 3, 2. Last one. Hands find the mat. Step the right foot back. 5 push-ups for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hands back together. Press up. Downward facing dog. Jogging through, bending one knee, bending the other knee. Pressing both heels to the mat. Inhale, out to plank. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, exhale. And 3. And 2. Last one. That left leg lifts up, comes forward, high lunge, pressing all the way up, wrapping the hands behind the back, clasping the hands together, opening chest towards the sky, and step all the way forward, little back bend. Exhale, hands to heart center. Okay, we are going to work on a little lunge action with our weights. So, weights in your hand. Step either foot back. I'll step my left foot back here. All right, so nice wide stance. Pretty deep lunge, I guess. So knee over the ankle. We're going to want to bend the back knee. So it can't be like super far back. We got to have somewhere to go. All right, we're going to integrate the arms and the legs. All right, so I'm going to start with my arms down. As you bend the knees, palms facing out, we're going to bicep curl up. So you bend the back knee to the mat and come back up. Bending it down and up. What's super important here is that you're not lunging forward. Don't even worry about the front leg. Focus on bending the back leg. What happens is people focus on the front leg, you end up hinging forward, you don't do anything for the gluteals you're trying to target, and you hurt your knee. Curling those biceps to the shoulders. And again, I'm not hugging them to my body, so I'm going to make it a little harder. And 3. And 2. Last one, find that lunge. Bring those arms to either side. Press those arms up. Deep lunge here, so you can slide that back foot back if you want. Hold down and up. We're just going to do 10. And 3. And 4, as deep a bend as you want in the front knee, but not coming out over your toes. And 3, and 2. Last one, let's place those weights down, step the foot back, chaturanga, to your up dog, and to your down dog. Pausing here, this is your break. Take a breath and enjoy it. Good, stepping those feet forward and bring yourself up. You're going to go right onto the other side. So, grabbing those weights, stepping the right foot back, finding that long lunge position. Take a moment to set up here, knee over ankle. It's not a vinyasa class, you can take your time. This time we're going to hammer curl the arms so palms are facing inwards. We're going to dip the back knee down and press up. Back knee down. It might reach the floor. It might not. What's most important is that you're bending the back knee. The front knee does bend, but it doesn't track forward. It's like you're sliding up and down a pole. 7, 8. We did about 20 on the other side. So we're going to do about 20 on this side. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Finding your long lunge. Same thing we did on the other side. Arms reach up and pull down. 10 of them here. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. Bring those weights gently to the floor. Plant your hands, step your foot back, chaturanga, and downward facing dog. Giving those hamstrings a stretch out. One heel towards the mat. Other heel towards the mat. Still rolling shoulders away from ears. As always, taking a deep breath. walking up. Okay, I'm gonna grab my resistance band. You can use any resistance band. If you have therapy bands, those work. Whew, I'm sweating. If you have nothing, that's fine too. It needs to be stretchy. Like you can't use like a yoga strap. It has to have resistance. Okay. So we're gonna do side steps against the resistance band. Oh, but I want you to grab my weights. So weights in your hand, again, any weight. These are 5. You can use something else if you want. I'm gonna hold the weights to my chest. Elbows are gonna be out. As I sit down, chest stays lifted, belly stays in, so we're not arching our back. I'm gonna step, 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 and step. Good, I'm gonna come to this end, and I'm gonna do some bicep cross. 9. We're really squeezing at the top. As you lift, squeeze the butt, that extra bit of resistance or of contraction is really gonna do you well. And 3, and 2. The last one, squat down, hands back to that starting position, and step, step. So you really wanna stay deeply bent here, but really, as always, we're not tracking out over our toes. Tricep curls, so stay bent and just kick those arms back. 8, 7, 6, hinging from the elbows. 4, 3, 2. Last one, bring them back to the start. We're staying nice and deeply bent, and step, step, step. If you have a longer, wider track, you could do that. I'm gonna do it again because I would go off camera, but I kept going all the way across the room. Good, I want to do triceps again. Sitting down, arms come back. And 10, 9, from the side, looks like this. 7, 6. Notice just my elbows are hinging. 3, 2, and 1. Back to the start. And step, 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 step. Now come to the center. We're going to step out and move one arm at a time. So it's step out and back in. Step out and back in. Good. Stay nice and bent. Open and in. Open and in. And 3. And 2. Last one. And to center. And stand. Good. Bend your knees to place your weights down. Take that resistance band off. And we're going to come down to the mat. All right. Bring yourself on down. I'm going to take 5-pound weight. We're going to do some abdominal work. So these are just crunches. It's like nothing super special, but it's crunches with extra weight. Extend your legs. Hold that weight to your chest where it's comfortable. Don't hurt yourself. And we're just going to crunch up and up. If you want, one hand can go behind the back, behind the head, so you can cradle it, and the other hand can hold the weight. You could definitely use your heavier weight here. Your abs, depending on their strength, you're not going to hurt yourself like I was worried about your shoulders. But I just used the 5, and 2, and 1. Good, lower that down. Bend the left knee, cross the right ankle across it. So we're doing double duty here, getting a little bit of hip opener stretch. I'm going to bring this weight across the body, so the left elbow is behind the head, left hand behind the head. Right hand is holding the weight somewhere over on the left side of the body. And we're going to cross the body. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Very good. Now, keep the leg where it is. Move, switch the hands of the weight. So the weight's going to go on the right, elbow on the right, hand behind the head, and we're going to crunch that same knee using the side. 3, 4, 5, Exhaling as you come up. 3 and 2. Last one. Good. You can leave the weight where it is. Switch your legs. So left knee or right knee bent, left ankle across the right thigh, right hand behind the head, left hand across the body, and we're going to crunch up to that knee. So 10. So don't worry about pulling your elbow across. Your elbow does not need to hit your knee. I want you aiming your shoulder for your knee, so your elbow stays pretty wide. So you're not tugging on your neck. And 3, and 2. The last one. Release it down, keep the leg where it is, switching sides. So hand at the left hand behind the head, and we're going to side bend up. And 2, 3, 4. It's really hot here where I am. So I know I look like I'm like dripping in sweat. That's not true. But you might not be sweating quite as much if you're in air conditioning or in a non-tropical climate. And 2, the last one, and resist that down. Okay, I am going to grab a ball. You could use a really light weight for this. 2 or 3 pounds or 1 pound. I'm going to use a ball today. So you can use a yoga block if you had a foam yoga block, really anything. We're going to lie down on our backs, and we're going to touch same leg to same arm. So arm reaches overhead, and we're going to do right arm, right leg as they come up for 10. So this is not super fast. I want you using control. Again, if the hand wants to go behind the head for support, it can. And let's do 4, 3, 2, the last one. We're going to switch hands, left hand, and we're going to come across the body to the same leg for 10. Exhaling on the up. Again, the hand can come behind the head if you want it to. For 5, 4, 3, 2, the last one. That leg comes down. Same hand as we do the left leg. 10. Squeezing the abs. I should have said, if this is too much from here, you could bend that knee and you could give yourself some more support. And 3, and 2, the last one, release that down. So by all means, put that foot on the floor if it feels better on your low back. So, switch hands, same leg, right? Right. Right hand, left leg. And 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. Good. Bring the ball or yoga block between the ankles or nothing. Extend those legs up. Good. Take a breath. Squeeze between the ankles and lift up and lower. Up and lower. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, with control, so you notice I'm not plopping down. The last one. Good, hug the knees into the chest. Give yourself a hug. I'm just checking my time. Rocking back and forth. And rock yourself up to sit. Open the legs wide for a moment. Toes towards the ceiling, kneecaps towards the ceiling, and just stretch yourself forward. Releasing the head. Good. And pressing back up. Good. Coming onto your feet. One more time. I'm going to grab my 5-pound weights. Separating your legs, wide stance. Toes turning out. We're going to come down into a goddess position. So push your hips back. This position is super hard for me because my hips are not super open. So that's why I do it. I push my hips back, knees over ankles. You don't avoid the hard postures, you work on them. Lifting up through the chest. Okay. What do I want to do with my hands? We're going to have our left hand at our hip, our right hand down here, and we're going to side bend and up and bend and up. So I'm using 5-pound weights. You could use lighter, you could use heavier. You can, I was thinking of lifting our arms up, but I wanted to give our shoulders a break. So that's why they were there. And 2. Last one, switch. Right hand on the hip, left hand dangles. And as you bring it down, just make sure not to like whack your knee. It doesn't feel good. 3, 4, 5, nice bend. 6. Working that side body. 8, 9, and 10. Good. Bring the hands in front of you. Sing nice and low in our goddess. Pelvis pulled under. See if you can pull the pelvis under. Lift the chest up. Hands in front of us and just press up. Up. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Bring them down, bend the knees, let yourself hang over. Let the body go. Bending one knee and then the other knee, shifting back and forth. Giving it a shake. Bend the knees and roll all the way up. Whew. Okay. Option on this next one is to grab a heavier weight. If you're using 5 pounds, you could take both 5 pounds in your hand. You can also just use one 5 pound. I'm going to go ahead and try it with a 10 pound today. So we're working the glutes and we're working balance. So we're essentially going to be in a warrior 3 balance position, but we're using the weight. So again, try it with a lighter weight to start, and if it feels good, you can add a heavier weight. So I've got the weight in my left hand. I'm going to balance on my right foot, and my left leg is going to come behind as if in a warrior 3. I'm just putting my right hand on my hip for stability. So we hinge forward, we press the hip back, woo, we lift that back foot, and we bring the weight to the floor, and then we rise back up, okay? So focus as you hinge down and back up. Balancing on the standing leg. And if it's too much, especially if this is like your first time doing it, don't use a heavy weight or don't use a weight at all. Just gonna do 5 more. I say just. That's just a lot. 3 more. 2 more. Lifting the leg as we dip down. Back stays long. And back up. Good. Shake it out. Switching hands. You should have done that on the right leg, or whatever the standing leg was. Standing leg is in the left. Weight in the right. I'm going to forewarn you, this is my harder leg. I have a hard time balancing on this side. We all have that. Okay, so shifting the weight to the left, hinging forward. Right leg lifts. And back up. For a lot of people, the left leg is easier. If you're right-handed, it tends to be that way. But it's not the case with me. 3. The back is long. The hips shift back. The leg raises. Try to stay as straight as possible. You'll notice my extended leg always has a little bit of a bend in it. 5. And you'll notice I'm wobbling. That's okay. It means we're working. If you wobble, you can always put a hand on something. This hand that's on my hip, I could be holding on to something for stability. I think that might have been 10, but just in case, let's do 1 more. And back up. Good. Shake that out. All right. Quick last one for me, standing position. Take 1 weight. Come to a warrior 2. So back leg at an angle. Front leg fairly deeply bent, rotating out. Coming down to a side angle bend. I'm going to reach that opposite arm overhead, and I'm just going to pull back and extend. 9, 8, 7. Again, I wouldn't use any more than 5 pounds. You could use less. And 3, and 2. The last one. Coming up, finding that warrior position. Front arm now, bicep curl. Definitely don't want to use more than 5. Most of you, 3 is going to be enough. I'm not going to do lots of reps. I don't know why I had that back palm flipped up. That looked weird. 3, 2, I guess because the front palm was flipped up. And 1. Good, transition to the other side. I'm going to switch arms. I'm going to do the bicep curls first, because this arm just worked, this way we're alternating arms. Knee over ankle, over to those back hips. Warrior 2 position, and bicep curl. 2. So when you're bicep curling like this, out in space, it's particularly hard. So that's why I say if the 5 pound is too much, switch it up. Do nothing. I don't mean do nothing. Use no weights, but still doing something. Doing a lot. Last one, switching hands. Bring that right knee down to the thigh. I could have definitely bent deeper in that warrior 2, huh? Reach that arm overhead and pull. It's like you're starting a lawnmower in kind of a weird way. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. The last one. Coming up, place that weight down. Bring one arm across the body and just linking in here and pressing one arm out, one arm's pulling in. So they're both working. Stretching through the shoulder. And switch sides. Taking a couple of breaths. And tricep stretch. And switch. All right, so there you go. Another Yogatōn, quick 30-minute snack. Hopefully you're not sweating quite as much as I am. It's hot out here. But I'll see you next time, and keep up the good work. Bye.